So let's check. Make sure everything is good.
Test.
Test. Test. Test.
Test. Test. Okay.
All right, I think we're good to go.
Yay.
Why am I so high up? All right, I think we're. Ooh, there it is.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream book discussion. It's me, AveryWolfe, and
Mason K. Let me see. Sorry, just trying to get this up.
okay.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
And we're back with a thriller.
Oh man. All right.
So, before we get started, any updates? What you've been up to?
Nothing much, you know. Finally, I mean, it's a Friday. Done with my work week. Now I'm just gonna rest and knit or something.
That's always nice.
Oh, I don't think you can see it. My next project is like on the bed waiting for me.
It's a crocheting, knitting.
Oh no. Put it right there. Can't really see it. It's a blanket, and this it camouflages with the colors of my room.
Oh.
I can't grab it. If I grab it, my yarn balls are gonna fly off. It's gonna fall over the floor.
Balls gonna fly all over the.
Yeah, so it's gonna leave it there. It's kind of like this, but not. Yeah, my coworker ordered another blanket, so I'm almost done with it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Anything new with you with the baby bump or the bun in the oven?
Much. Baby's kicking a lot now. Like I could see it on my stomach when it would happen. But not much. We finally put together all of our IKEA stuff. A long time.
For the for the baby room?
No, it's more for like storage for me and CJ. So like he bought some shelving for his office so that we can put a lot of stuff that was in the baby's room into his office. Like all the nerdy stuff, like the knickknacks and stuff.
Wait, didn't you have one of those already? You got.
Well, CJ didn't want it in the office. Like he wasn't a fan of it. So we're just gonna clear it and then give that to baby. And then just put like stuffed animals and books and stuff in there.
Nice.
And then I just got another bookshelf because I'm probably gonna give the cart to baby, so we put all the diapers and stuff, baby wipes.
I mean, can't go wrong with another bookshelf, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just reorganizing.
That's good. Just don't do too
Uh,
much.
I know I felt it yesterday. I was like doing a lot of squatting. I was like,
Yeah, no, soon you're not going to be able to get back up.
I know. Dude, like, even like putting on my socks, I'm like, I'm like, I can't. It's so hard. Oh, jeez. And I'm not even in the third trimester yet. Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
gosh. You're definitely showing now. Oh my gosh. I remember when you weren't showing at all. Like, in your, what,
You're like, are you
at the
pregnant?
end of your first trimester, I was like, are you even showing right now? No.
So are you sure? Are you pregnant? Did you read the test right? But yeah, like no, it was like after the first trimester, there was like a growth spurt. It's like, bam. I'm like all my shirts are like showing my little muffin top.
Do you have
So
to roll over to get up?
yeah, yeah, I can't just sit up anymore to like roll over and do a push up pretty much.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it'd be so funny. Just buy a watermelon. You know those watermelons in saran wrap and just put it on CJ.
I know I saw those like TikToks and then with the two melons at the top
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yeah.
It's like this is what it feels like. Go to the bathroom like that.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
The
hilarious.
struggle's real.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Anyways,
um
um,
back to the book discussion.
uh-huh.
So last last week's read, we read. Oh no,
Quarry girls. It needs to be like that.
here we go. The Quarry Girls by Just Lori.
Yes. Ah, this book.
Yeah.
This
I,
book.
I just went into it not reading the synopsis.
That like the synopsis wasn't even like that helpful anyways.
I know.
I know. I halfway through, I was like, "What is this book about?" And I had to read the synopsis again. I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I was not expecting
Mm-hmm.
content.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Quarry girls.
So uh,
What did you think?
oh, well,
Ouch.
share what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
So the Quarry Girls. So it's a historical suspense thriller taking place in Minnesota in the 1977. We follow two girls. The first girl's named Heather, and she's the main character that we follow mostly
Mm-hmm.
throughout the book. I don't want to spoil this right off the bat, but girls in this tight knit community go missing, and she is, trying to figure out who is behind all of this, who's kidnapping them, or if they really did, you know, commit suicide or whatever. Like, what's really behind these disappearances of these girls? And we follow another character, and she is one of the girls that was kidnapped, and we follow her as she struggles to escape. And that's The
Mm-hmm.
no spoiler um,
The no,
synopsis.
the no spoiler. Yep. Girls
Yeah.
get kidnapped.
Yep. Now into the nitty and gritty. So,
Okay. First of all, first off, let me just say, I kind of knew what was gonna happen.
yeah.
Like I already knew who would. I had a really good idea who was guilty.
Yeah. I was like suspicious of the dad
Oh heck yeah.
a lot of the time. I was like, he seemed like the when she told him like like the first time like what she found out and he was like kind of like denying it or whatever, like just sweeping it under the rug. I was like, oh, you're suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd even like dive deeper into what she said, blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. I was like, you're suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like yeah, he believed the main suspect. So the main suspect was, well, her main suspect was the chief of police or the sheriff, because so three girls went missing. Two of the girls are her friends, her best friends. The first
mm-hmm.
girl, what's her name again? Margaret.
Maureen.
Maureen. Yes. So she goes missing second. First is Beth. Maureen goes missing after they find out that she's been doing things with older men that she is not legal to do. Let's just say that. And she
Yeah.
turns up dead a few days later. Heather goes to her dad and tells her, hey, someone killed Maureen. And the dad's like, no, she committed suicide. And she's like, no, I saw her with Sheriff Nielsen. And he's like, okay, let me check it out. He straight up tells the sheriff what his daughter told him in confidence, and they sweep it under the rug. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
no, that's a lie.
Yeah, after he told her that he wasn't gonna say that she told him this,
Uh huh.
that it was gonna be like an anonymous like thing.
Like anonymous tip.
Yeah.
But then the dad comes back, like, no, 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 that's not what happened. Sheriff Nielsen said she's never been there, that they he never talked to her, he was never alone with her. And I was just like, oh heck no. So this is how it's going to play.
Yeah, it's like that's
That's
suspicious.
how. Like in the back of my mind, I was like, there's this probably like this super secret society that all the powerful men, like, they get together and do bad things. Like that was my immediate thought.
I
And
know.
I was like mostly right.
Like, to be real, like all the male characters in this book, aside from Cloudy,
Oh, Cloudy,
was,
a
you know,
douchebag.
and like a douchebag, yeah.
Mhm.
Like, what the heck? Just even like the teenagers, I was like, really? Like,
Mhm.
everybody's such a douchebag, and then all the girls seem so powerless,
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
I mean, maybe that was true in the 70s, you know?
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
this was based on true crimes that were committed there at that time.
mhm.
So I
So
could
yeah.
see.
I think the 70s was when um women were starting to like work, have jobs, instead of they had the choice of being a housewife or not. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, like the dad, like yeah, the dad was a douchebag, but he played it like he didn't. play it so obvious like the other men or the other boys. He was like the silent douchebag, which made it
Yeah.
worse. Uh-huh.
Trying, yeah, like just he, all his lies throughout the book,
Mm-hmm.
just the situation with Heather's mom.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what?
I know, I was like, that woman knows something and you're gonna keep bringing her to the hospital? She knows something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Like,
then he probably made what's her other friend's name? There's Maureen.
Brenda.
Brenda's mom seemed crazy. Like, so Brenda, her best friend Brenda's mom and Heather's dad, they had an affair, and they were found out. And then what's it called? Brenda's mom got the shit end of the stick. Like, she got the shitty deal. Everyone
Um,
thought she went like she got depressed or something, bipolar or whatever.
oh, Heather's mom?
No, Brenda's mom.
Because Heather's mom, when she found out, she went
She
crazy
went crazy. Whoa, yeah.
too. And then she had that incident with Heather where Heather burned off her ear.
Oh,
It's like,
oh.
dang.
The mom burned off her own daughter's ear. Like,
Yeah.
she legit got a lighter and set it on fire. Um, but yeah, no, Brenda's mom, Mrs. whatever her name is, Taft or whatever her name is, she like everyone totally ignored her. She was like depressed. She was a hoarder at the like she ended up being a hoarder. Um, she barely took care of her own daughter. She was on pills and out like a drunk and all that stuff. But whatever. The dad got what he deserved. I swear, if the dad did not end up in jail, I was gonna be so pissed.
I
Like
know.
if they just totally forgot all of, like just swept it under the rug, I would have been so mad.
I know. Like, the fact that, like, so there was an incident near the beginning of the book where Heather, was it Brenda and Cloudy and Junie were playing in the underground tunnels of the town. Um, and they sneak in, or they open one of the doors to a house that they're not familiar with, and they witness Maureen giving BJ's. And Heather's dad was one of the men that was there. And I was like,
Brenda's
whoa, that's so like,
gross.
ew.
Yeah,
Like,
it was Heather's dad who was getting the BJ from Maureen
yeah.
when Heather and her friends saw them.
I was like, that part, I was like,
That
oh,
was
like,
gross. Yeah, when I
nah.
read it, I was like, oh, ugh. And I was listening to it too. I was like,
Me
ugh,
too. I was like,
ew.
yeah, like I was like laying down, like listening to it right before I was going to bed. And then I heard that part, I was like, okay, now I can't go to bed. Like that just like shocked me. I'm like traumatized. I'm like,
Dude,
so
I
gross.
listened to it on my way to work. Like when I got to that part, like I played it over my car stereo, and I right before I went in, we got to that part. I was like, ah, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't stop right now. So I just put in my like thing, and then I just listened to it while I was opening the office. I was like, ah, my gosh. I know
I
people were trying
know.
to talk to me, but I was like just listening. I was just like, ew, this is
Gross.
so nasty.
I was like, the dad can't get any worse. I'm like, oh yeah, he
He
can.
did. Yeah.
Jeez.
And then when he's like, "Oh, it's a secret party for all the men to blow off steam," I'm like, "Oh, I knew it."
You know, I was like,
Gross, you nasty ass piece of
man,
shit.
Wolverine's only 16.
Oh
My
yeah,
god.
I wouldn't. I never like I don't know if it was mentioned in the beginning of the book or not. Like for the life of me, I did not know how old they were. Like I was like, I think they're in high school, right?
Like I knew they were younger than Beth,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely older than June. Oh yeah, and Junie.
Oh,
Ed and Junie. I was like, Junie, come on, girl. Like,
he's an old man. Come on, Junie.
yeah,
So Junie's
you're
12.
yeah. That
Okay,
who developed her
early.
body early.
Yes. So she apparently looks like their mom, who was the most beautiful woman in town, and she was basically a mini version of her, and she really wanted to become, I mean, she really wanted to be older. Like she definitely put makeup on, she wore, like, she did her hair, she wore crop tops.
She wanted to be accepted. Like,
She,
how do you say it? Like,
I think she
to,
just wanted to be part of the cool crowd, which Heather was a part of.
and to have the guys like her or think
Look at
she's
her. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, and she was supposed to look like um that's why Ed was so interested in her because she looks like his ex that he killed
Mm-hmm.
and Beth
Yeah.
because
So,
they're all gingers.
yeah. So Ed is the killer. The
Yeah.
wait. Wait. No. 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 Okay.
Ed was the one that kidnapped Beth.
Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. Mm,
Ed was the one that killed or kidnapped Beth,
yes.
and him and was it
Ricky.
Ricky and
Ant.
Aunt? I hate Aunt too.
Yeah. Okay. So technically, Ed killed his ex girlfriend, another waitress from another town, and he kidnapped Beth. He influenced Ricky and Ant to do the same. So Ed and Ricky kidnapped Maureen, they raped her, and then killed
Mhm.
her. Ricky and Ant, on their very own, kidnapped Brenda, raped, and killed her as well without Ed knowing. Well, he probably knew, but Ed didn't, like, he wasn't
He's
involved in that. And now Ed had his sights first on Heather, I believe, but then he saw Junie, the sister, and set his sights on her. So Ricky and Ant kidnapped Junie for Ed. And there you there. But Ed's a
did
douche.
they kidnap her? I thought she went on her own free will.
I think they were in the process of kidnapping her because they tricked her into thinking
Oh,
that she was going to go to her first
party
quarry
thing.
party, which is like a big thing during the summer, like a quarry
Yeah,
party. And since she was still like in middle school, she wasn't
and
really invited.
naive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was really naive.
So yes.
Ugh.
So and what's it called? Ed had a thing for gingers.
Yeah,
I
there
never
was a
pictured them as gingers actually. Junie and Heather. I always thought they
me
were like blonde.
me either until like near the end where they're
Yeah.
where Heather was describing them. I was like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Like, okay. Okay,
Okay.
guess they're gingers.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was like I wouldn't say this book is bad. It was just like hard to read, like the content. I was like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, same.
oh
Like,
boy.
it's not like the writing is good. The
Yeah, it
plot
kept us
is, yeah.
going.
The plot is good. It's just the content. It's so
It's
hard.
traumatizing.
It's so hard to read slash listen to. I mean, it's like,
Yeah. It's like,
God.
yeah, it's one of my weaknesses when it comes to reading is like reading about like underage girls and rape, like situations like that, sexual assault. I'm like,
I know. It's like it's scary to think about,
yeah,
especially in like at a time where girls and women like they were just pushed off to the side. If something happened, you keep it quiet. You don't tell anybody at the risk
yeah,
of being ostracized by other people.
yeah, and like just like thinking about it, how like Beth was raped. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, when
did she get pregnant? Like,
that was like
right?
when they that was like in the beginning of the book too. I was like,
I know.
oh no, this is this book. This is this type of book.
And it's like during that time where like abortion was like
Like frowned
not the,
upon.
yeah.
Yeah. I
And
mean, she didn't get pregnant. I guess it seemed like she didn't get
yeah,
pregnant.
yeah,
Um,
because she went to college. But
yeah.
I was like, oh my god, no.
Mhm. Uh, but
But,
yeah, I think one what stood out to me was a line from the book. It wasn't Heather's point of view. She was thinking of it. She's like, "Oh, the people don't look at the person that it happened to. They look at at the people that like what is it like
mm,
if you do something about it, if you call attention to it, then that's when people start looking at you like you're crazy or something. You remember that part? Like you keep it a secret. If you do something about it, that's bad. I can't.
like, yeah, for girls, right?
No, when they
Sleep.
first noticed, like when she first talks about her mom going to the mental institute, like
Oh,
to the hospital, uh, she was like describing like how her dad, they were all like, he was like all hush hush about it, but then, um, and but they told, or I think Heather told the father or the priest or whatever, and then that's when they took her to the mental institution, and then people started looking at them weird because of her.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez, I forgot about the pastor guy. I
I
was like,
know. I
man, even him too.
they didn't. They'd never like brought attention to the pastor. Like he was just mentioned here and there, but I was like, is he a pedo as
I know,
well?
like he acts like one.
Like they're like, oh, you never don't go to his camps. Don't go to his camps. He's mean to you. He picks on you. I'm like, wait, is he a pedo?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like
Does
he did come off as one, like when they were at the fair or whatever. Just like
yeah,
his vibe. I was like, dude, you're
yeah,
creepy.
you're there's a
Like,
red flag right there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these like older men like looking at these girls. I'm like, dude, these poor girls, like, they're like powerless. Like their word doesn't count for anything,
Mm-hmm.
really. And,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, I can't imagine like living in that decade.
Mm-hmm. It's horrible.
Like,
Uh,
yeah.
was there any like besides the whole sexual assaults? Was there any like actual scary part for you?
It was like, it's nothing scary. It's just like all traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, uh, just like, yeah, it was mostly like between Heather and her dad, that relationship. I was like, and everything the dad did, I was just like, dude, this family's messed up. And yeah, and then just all the like guys. Ugh. Oh, okay, and that just like the whole ant character.
Mm.
I was like, what is up with this guy? Like, he's so like, yeah, I get it. Your mom left, but he was just so like
He was like
weird.
he was a lemming, a follower.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and
He
he
tried. I
just
swear, like when when he tried playing
the innocent card.
the innocent, not is that the innocent card, but like in the beginning when he's
Oh
like, "Oh, girls never go for the nice guys. They always go for the bad boys." I'm like, "Are you really playing this card right now?" Cuz like that's how he got Heather to take off her shirt by being like the the nice guy that never gets anybody, that no one ever looks at. You know?
yeah.
The what is that called? The
Well, he kind of just like led her on.
Yeah, it's like I like you. You're pretty. Now take off your shirt. I told you you're pretty. Take off your shirt.
I
Like,
know. Let me
no.
take a picture of you.
Let me take it.
Like,
Yeah. He's like, and when she says no, she's like, "Oh, because I'm not a bad boy, right? It's because I'm the nice guy. No one ever goes for the nice guys." I'm like, bro, you're not acting nice right now. What the heck?"
I know. It's just yeah, his whole vibe and like the
Mm-hmm.
things he would say throughout the book is just like very like uh
He leaves. Ugh.
uh, like what's that word, I guess? Socially like awkward, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
but like in a creepy way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I really didn't like him. And but yeah, Cloudy was the only character I liked. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, Cloudy.
Oh, Cloudy.
How he like that part when he heard about he heard about it or he saw the picture and he was he, like he was
He's
heartbroken.
he's like, how come you didn't tell me? Like, yeah, how come you didn't tell me Ant and you are dating? I was
Yeah,
like,
it's like
they're
no,
not
Cloudy,
dating.
not.
At first, I thought
But
he liked Maureen for a second, like Maureen or Brenda. But then I was like, he's actually no, he's not acting like he does.
well, they're out of the picture anyways.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So if you decide to pick up the Quarry Girls, just look at all the trigger warnings
Trigger warnings, yes.
um, before you pick it up. It's a good read. Like it's definitely suspenseful and it'll keep you going. It's just some things might be hard for some readers that are mentioned in the
Oh,
book.
kind of did spoil.
Yeah.
Hmm. Uh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
So,
You know, one part did like not scare me. Not is it really scary? So you know in the beginning when they were talking about like darkness and how it was so dark, there's no light. I think when they were in the tunnels or something, or I,
uh-huh.
and also the part where Beth was, you know, in the basement or something, and she was like, "Oh, it's so dark in here. I can't see anything."
Yeah.
Uh, so when I got to work, usually when it's gonna be a busy day, I go in 30 minutes early to open up the office, and everything is dark. The lights, all the lights are off. The hallway lights in the building are off.
You're like, oh hell no. Let me turn on my
And then
flashlight.
I have to open both offices, so I have to go upstairs, and it's super dark, and the lights are like on one of our offices. You have to walk in like past the lobby to get to the main lights, and so you had to be in the dark for like a few seconds. I was just like, oh fuck this shit. I ran in and turned on the lights and everything. I was like, heck no. It's
Dude.
so
Yes.
scary.
like, have you seen that movie on HBO Max, Barbarian?
Mm-mm.
It's the horror movie with I think it's Bill Skarsgård.
I think
Um
I saw the trailer once, but I for the life of me I cannot remember it.
like I didn't watch it yet, but then I saw the trailer and that's kind of like how I imagined the tunnels were like.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like so Barbarian's like about like this Airbnb and like it was double booked or something. And Bill Skarsgård's character is like obviously suspicious from the get-go because he uh, makes a deal with the girl that rented the place that they'll both stay there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girl ends up finding like tunnels in the Airbnb. But yeah, that's kind of like how I imagined what it looked like in the book. Because I've never heard of that like anywhere that there's like underground tunnels under a town.
Mm-hmm.
It's like dirt and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
So
it's all
that's
connected by basements.
yeah, I thought that was like weird. I was like, really? Like,
Maybe
huh.
maybe in one of those like really old towns.
Yeah, so apparently that's like true in Minnesota, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, that was creepy. Like you move into a house and there's like a tunnel underneath. I would like cement that door shut.
No, hell no. And that girl,
Yeah.
Heather, had the skeleton key, meaning she had the key to every door of the house, like all the basement.
Yeah.
I was like, the whoa! Imagine if the dad. I
I
mean, yeah.
know.
Oh my gosh.
The dad. She, and yeah, I don't know if we mentioned it, but her dad's a cop.
No, he was a
Like,
lawyer, like the town lawyer, like the DA, district attorney, like the
oh yeah,
lawyer
yeah,
that
yeah.
defends like the all that stuff. He was the district attorney, and he freaking ooh. No wonder
I
he can like
know.
skirt around the law. He knew everything.
That's like, yeah, that's like one of the scary things. Like, something's going on and you don't know who to trust. Like, you can't even
Hmm.
trust, like, you know, the police or anything.
Yeah, these are
Like,
powerful men that they all get together, party, do drugs, and
prey on
yeah,
underage girls.
yeah. So let me see. Uh, Sheriff Nielsen and the deputy would arrest girls that were doing bad things, but they would be like, "Hey, if you don't want this on your record, you come party with us," and
Yeah.
that would be that, and that's how they got Maureen, the best one of the best friends, because she was a wild child, I guess.
Yeah. And she got paid to do that kind of stuff too in some
Mm-hmm.
cases. I was like, oh, girl. I'm like, no, get your
Mm-hmm.
full future ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
But
It sucks,
yeah,
but that's what happened.
same. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so a spoiler wrap up. So Heather loses both her best friends, but she becomes good friends with Beth in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So,
she she finally stands up for herself and turns her dad in. Takes
yeah.
She becomes closer with her sister Junie, and basically her mom gets better. It's all the men. It's the men.
Yeah, the men.
Hmm. Did you read the book the My Best Friend's Exorcism?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't read the book, but I started watching the movie on Prime.
Oh my gosh, I DNF'd the movie. Or was it a series or
No,
a
it's a
movie?
movie. I thought it was a series. If it was a series, I wouldn't have watched it. But since it was only a movie, I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. I didn't finish it yet because I once I came here to do this,
Yeah.
and I was like, the whole time in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just the Quarry girls. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was
It's
getting
like
like so. I was the parallels are there. I was really reminded about the Quarry girls. I never read the book, so I wouldn't even know.
um, um like does a girl go missing? Just the best friend for a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because she got like possessed or
Mm-hmm.
something.
But I'm only at the part where like, oh my, where she doesn't know that she's possessed, but she's like, oh, Gretchen is got raped. She was raped by
Yeah.
this guy, and then everyone, and then like she's going crazy, and then all the adults were like, no, you don't even say anything. Shut up. Her parents only care that she took drugs. She didn't they didn't even care if she was raped or not. I was just like, what the heck?
I know.
And this
That
was,
was like 80s,
yeah, this
like early
80s.
80s. Yeah. So, yeah, and her friends' parents are like heavily religious, so
Mm.
that stuff really matters to them.
I was like, I thought this was a middle grade book.
Yeah, no. Like I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like an innocent, like retro read, but then I was like,
Mm.
oh, there's like rape and stuff in it. And yeah, I don't want to spoil the end. And I was like, like no.
I'll probably finish watching the movie after this.
I don't know if they're gonna even show it because
I mean, it is
that'd
rated
be
R. We'll see.
yeah,
Okay, so Corey Girls, good, but read on your read at your own risk.
yeah. Read for trigger warnings first.
Mm-hmm. All
But
right, that's
yeah,
it for that.
definitely eventful and keep you going.
Mm-hmm. Time to return the book.
Return.
Return. Ah. Alright.
I had to like Google search what a quarry looked like because I
Is,
was like, well, it was
isn't
like
it
hard for me to imagine.
isn't it like a big lake surrounded by rocks and cliffs?
Yeah,
Like in Stranger
it's
Things.
it's like dug out and
Mm-hmm.
then it's like a lake or whatever.
Well, not Stranger Things. The It movie
Yeah,
when all the
yeah.
kids jump
Jump in.
in under. I was like, oh.
I know, cause like the cover, I was like, that just looks like a regular lake. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what does a quarry look like?
Mm-hmm.
To be exact. But yeah. Anyway, return.
Return. All right. You pick the next book.
I pick.
Yeah, you pick.
Now let's take a look. See. Is there anything?
I want to read Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, but that one is not unlimited. I think that's on my TBR to read. Have you read that book or have you heard of that book? The
Which
undertake
one?
the undertaking of heart and mercy.
What's the synopsis?
Um, it's I guess it says it's science fiction. Uh, apparently it's like it's like a retelling of Howl's Moving Castle.
Hmm. Is it YA
Mm,
or
mm,
adult?
guess it's an adult. I mean, it's not on unlimited. I was just thinking about getting the book.
I mean, like, can't really go wrong if it's like, oh, never mind. Like, I take it back. I was about to say you can't go wrong if it's a retelling of Howl's Moving Castle because freaking what's that book? Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea was so bad.
Oh yeah.
I know we're like, oh, Spirited Away. Okay,
Yeah.
what could possibly go wrong?
But I heard that The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy is a good book. But then again, they said that The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea was a good book. Huh.
Beauty and the Baller.
Oh yeah, that too. What the fuck?
Oh,
Huh.
jeez.
Maybe I'll just wait until. Oh wait, it's $2.99. Huh. Not bad.
$2.99. There we go.
Hmm.
So, like, I started reading what's that time I got drunk and saved a demon.
Mhm.
Is like I started. I'm like a few chapters in. I'm like, oh, it's actually pretty fun. It's like nothing you would take seriously. Like the dialogue is very modern for like a fantasy.
Mhm.
Like the main character like cusses and stuff. Um, but yeah, the reason why they took it off Kindle Unlimited was because it was gonna get published and released in January.
Oh wow, nice.
So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's fun. It's lighthearted. Um, and there's like actually like a plot to it. It's not just like love making.
Yeah. Is
Like
it a
yeah, there's
spicy book?
not yet. It's
Mm-mm.
supposed to be, but I'm not there yet. Uh, but yeah, it's pretty good so far. I do on a lighthearted read
Mm.
to alleviate the Quarry girls' trauma.
Oh man.
Nice. Just
Oh.
digging on my bed.
Mm. I mean, it's your fault. Why did you make the bed?
I know it's not perfect. Constantly.
I know. I mean, you should have known that she doesn't like the covers that way. Oh my gosh, I
Um,
swear. Kira's like freaking the same thing.
it's like there's no point in making the bed really,
Mm.
because this one.
Mm. But with Kira, it's like mostly pillows. I put the pillows like the way I like it, but then two
She's
seconds
like,
later, she's like, nope. on the floor where it belongs. I was like, bitch,
Like, man, now
man.
it's all fluffy.
Mm-hmm. She
So
puts
it's all
herself.
here.
She puts in the her. She puts herself in the crack between the pillows and the back, the backrest.
Uh-huh.
On mostly couches. So now, like, you know what I mean, because like the back cushions are all squished. They don't
Oh.
even sit up. They don't even stay up anymore.
Oh no, yeah, ours is like that too. It's all like there's no like space to sit because the cushions are so flat.
I know. It's
It's
just
like,
like,
dang.
and then of course, if I ever sit in Kira's spot on the couch, she freaking looks at me like I'm ruining her life. But whatever.
Oh jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's take a look. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read Too Hot to Handle?
No, I didn't.
Like we could try that. Wait, how long is it?
Um,
It's 3:38.
that's from not Emily Henry, but
Tessa Bailey.
uh, her books are super spicy. Just so you know.
What's this? Holy moly, 800 pages. Nope.
What the heck?
It's like it's like a Halloween book.
Hmm. Hmm. What's this one?
Like in terms of like what's it called? Lighthearted reads. I'm not seeing any
How about Five Winters?
five
Five
winters.
Winters. I don't know. I feel like since you're prego, this one might actually make you feel something.
What?
Make you feel
No.
feelings.
Motherhood, friendship, moving on. Potential. I'm like, why does it only have 4 stars though? When Beauty and the Baller had like 5. We should have like a roulette thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like some streamers have like roulette program or something.
Yeah.
We should have one of those. We put everything that we were interested in reading and just do that.
Yeah. It's too much to decide. Uh,
Yeah, just put like our current existing TBR, combine TBR, and do it that way.
about Cinder Nanny. Didn't we read a Sarah Wilson book?
Yeah, it was the bridesmaid one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that one. That was like, what the heck?
That one just went on forever.
Yeah, that didn't even need to go on forever.
I was like, nothing's not even happening. Just
Mm-hmm.
get it over with. Mm. Okay, what's this one?
Let's see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, like, see.
You know what? I think on my own, I'm going to read Followed by Frost. It's the same author that wrote Spellbreaker or Spellmaker.
Oh, the Charlie
Charlie and
Homburger or
him.
something.
Yeah. Followed by Frost actually looks interesting. Maybe I'll add that. Mm-hmm.
I kind of just want to choose like a random with like a typical fantasy cover just to see.
Oh gosh, I know. All these covers, all these crazy covers in fantasy. Ugh, it looks so
Like
like.
a lot of them look so similar to me.
Yeah.
See. Let me just pick one.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh my gosh, why is this book so long? Almost 500 pages. Oh, The Kiss of Deception. Hmm.
So hard to choose.
I know, right? Let me see. Hmm. Mm, dang it. Do you see anything yet?
No. What's this? Holy crap, 600 pages. Mm, we can't find any this time. Can just go back and so what suggestions did I make last time?
Mm-hmm.
The Housemaid Secret, so the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one? It was like
Um,
a
was it?
song.
It could have been me or something. He could have been with me.
Oh yeah, that one with the lollipops, right?
Yeah.
And then a song for the Wild Built.
Mm-hmm.
So that's three. And then we both have, what was it, Daughter of the Moon Goddess,
Mm-hmm.
Vicious Spirits. We both have Legendborn.
Do we?
Yeah. Because I remember you bought it at
Oh yeah, book
Book
off.
Off.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one.
But that one is a thick book.
That is thick.
That's like a 2-week read for me.
There are the B.E. Schwab book.
Oh yeah, V. Schwab.
What else? We can read something non-stream.
Did you read Tokyo Ever After yet?
No, not yet. That's the blue cover, right?
Yeah.
With the girl on it.
Mm-hmm.
Try that one. If we were villains, that's the Shakespeare one. Here's the Gilded Wolves.
What is it? The Gilded Wolves?
Mm-hmm. There's Ariadne I see on this.
What's this? Oh, it's not even out yet. Okay.
What other mainstream are on here? Are all the stars and teeth still on here?
I think so. You know what? I'm down to read Ariadne.
Ariadne?
All the
Okay.
stars. Wait, all the
Like,
stars and teeth. Isn't that the... Where's it at? Where's that book at? Oh, here it is. Isn't it about mermaids or something?
which one?
All the stars and teeth.
Yeah, it's a mermaid or aquatic book. Like I read like 2 chapters and then I just never got back into it. But I think this would force me to read it and finish it.
You see, Junie, a princess of Anne. Oh man, there's complicated words in this.
For all the stars and teeth.
Yeah, Amora Montera. Is that Hannah Montera? Basidia, Adamancer. Oh. Okay, I mean, we could also add this to our... I remember I kept like swimming around this book. I was like, should I read it? Should I not read it? Should I read it?
It's been floating everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, not this year, but in the previous years.
When I was really like, when I was just reading fantasy nonstop, that book kept showing up.
Yes.
So, which book?
You want to do Ariadne?
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty short.
Mm-hmm. Is this the um
It's the one about like a princess or something, and her brother's the Minotaur.
yeah, but is this the same writer as Song of Achilles?
No, that one's Cersei.
Uh,
So this is.
Lee says he's going to make a roulette for us in the future.
Oh, don't fill it up with Brandon Sanderson. Okay.
Oh
Like
man.
what book is this?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Patrick Rothfuss or Brandon
I know.
Sanderson. Oh my gosh.
So like majority of the roulette.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. But yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Ariadne. That's what we will
Dude,
read.
that book has been on my shelf since like 2020. Jeez.
Well, it's an ebook and you got the physical copy, so.
Yeah. Probably gonna read the ebook because it's easier at night.
Mm-hmm. Lee says he won't. He says no. No. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I do want to read like some of the Brandon Sanderson books, but it would definitely have to be like over the span of like a few months
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna binge read that.
Oh
Like,
my gosh. Don't put that out there. He's gonna be like, yes. Mm. He's gonna.
probably like a book a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first Robert Jordan book. I was like, dude, after I finished that, I was like, I need a break. Like,
Weren't you reading A Wheel of Time or?
yeah. So that's the Eye of the World. It's the first book. And then it was just like it's not bad. It's just it's so old that the things that happened in the book just wasn't like surprising
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I mean? Like you've seen it all before.
Yeah.
Like that's how old it is. And it's typical like tropes and stuff. Uh, the character development is like predictable. That's kind of how I felt with the first book. And I'm just like, will I be willing to read 10 more books? How many books are there? Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really age well with me, but I don't know. That could just be the first book. And the Amazon series was like, didn't do anything for me because it was so bad. Like, oh my gosh.
So you didn't
Did
like
you?
the show?
No, I didn't. It was just, have you seen it?
We watched. I feel like I think we watched like the first like 2 or 3 episodes.
It's just like, it just didn't do it for me. Like, the CGI and all that.
I
It's,
think Lee liked it. I mean, I was okay about it. I just watched it for Daniel Henney,
is that the Asian
the
guy?
Asian protector guy.
I
I
forgot what they're called.
yeah, I was like Daniel Henney, where were
Yeah,
you?
I know
Where you been?
he's a cutie, but
Oh my gosh, we just watched. I don't know why today the whole day we had like a martial arts movie marathon. We watched Mortal Kombat, the new one on HBO Max.
there's a new one.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, and then that led us to Rush Hour, Shanghai Noon. Basically any Jackie Chan movie.
Oh
But
lordy.
yeah, like Mortal Kombat. I think it's 2021 or 2022. I
Mhm.
mean, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's definitely better than the other one. Definitely better.
That's is that the YouTube series one?
No. Oh my
It's
gosh,
a
I saw that.
whole.
That's on freaking HBO Max too.
Oh really?
Yeah, like Mortal Kombat Legacy or something.
Oh my gosh.
That's on HBO Max.
I think we told you this story, but when we were working at Starbucks at the Hilton
Mhm.
during Comic Con,
Mhm.
when the guy playing, is it Johnny Cage, the main character in Mortal Kombat?
I think so. Johnny Cage or Liu Kang, whatever. Liu A Kang.
Johnny,
Oh
the white
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So the guy that played Johnny Cage, um, he also starred in Starship Troopers back
Oh
in the day,
yeah.
and then CJ was making small talk with him like at the register, and the the actor was like, "Oh yeah, like Mortal, like I'm gonna be in like this Mortal Kombat like YouTube series, blah blah blah, coming soon, blah blah blah." And we're just like hyping him up. We're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, yeah." And then like, oh my gosh, it is so embarrassing. But at least it was mostly CJ talking to him. But we were like, "Yeah, we're a fan of you, blah blah blah." Oh yeah, by the way, what's your name? Because we had to put his name on the cup. I was like, dude, because like we watched before seeing him in person, we watched I think it's called Noobs,
Mhm.
and he was in it, and it's like a comedy about like gamers. And yeah, so that's why we recognized him. But yeah, that was just so embarrassing. We're like, oh shit, what's your name? Yeah, his name's like Casper or something. Like I would never have guessed.
That's funny.
Oh
That's
my gosh,
hilarious.
so embarrassing. I know, and when CJ asked him that, his face fell. I was like, oh my god, it's so sad. I felt so bad for him.
Oh
But yeah.
man, I would have been like, so what name should we put on this thing for you? Your real name or your fake name? Oh, my
I
real
know.
name. What's your real name again?
Yeah, I know. What's your... Dude, yeah, that was so cringe.
Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, poor
Yeah,
guy. I
I
don't.
know. I did that to um the guy from Vampire Diaries, also the one that was in Legally Blonde, the douchebag boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. So are
Oh
you okay?
yeah. What's his name again?
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
know what his name was. So I was like,
all
what's
I
your
know
name?
is his TV actor, his TV name.
Yeah, like I didn't know who he was, but yeah, he got mad too. Well, like he just was like, they expect you to know their names. I'm like, damn, okay. But that was like another instance where it was like awkward. But yeah,
Like, sorry, I don't. I'm not good with names.
like sorry, I never watched Vampire Diaries. I just know you from Legally Blonde. Man.
Oh, it's funny. Aw. Okay, well, that's it for that segment of embarrassing stories at Starbucks.
I know. I have many more.
All
Lordy.
right. Okay, so Ariadne. Next read by Jennifer Saint. Um, special guest star Theseus in that book, I guess. The one who killed a Minotaur. Minotaur? Minotaur?
Minotaur?
Mm-hmm. Um, Jennifer, say it
Yes. I think I'm ready for some Greek mythology. It's
again.
been a while. I think the last thing I read was Song of Achilles.
And same here. Same.
I was like, oh, need a break after that. Um,
Well, since it's a different writer, it might the writing should be different.
like the writing was like beautiful
I mean, the
and stuff.
content. There you go. The
Yeah, the
content.
content was the problem.
Oh my gosh. I had this coworker. I think she's like 18 or 19, and
Mm-hmm.
then she was like, "Mia, you like to read, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like to read." She's like, "Have you ever read Song of Achilles?" I'm like, "Yeah." What about it? She's like, "Oh, I just bought that book. Is it good?" I'm like, "Hmm." I bought. She's like, "Yeah, I bought 3 books, and one of them is Song of Achilles. It looks interesting. What do you think about it?" I'm like, "It's a good book, but I suggest you save that for last, or wait until you're older."
Oh Lord.
I mean, she is
Like
mature for her age, but she's like that innocent type of person. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a good book. Just
I
beware.
mean, everybody else loved it. I think it's just us. Like we just didn't vibe with it,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know.
yeah, I was just like, yeah, writing's good. Pretty good. It's a good plot. Just read that
Just
last.
yeah.
She was like, "Why? Why? What happened?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna say anything. Just read. Just you know, don't expect too much."
Watch like he make her read it last and then she goes on a reading slump. It's like I don't want to read anymore.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like, yeah. Mhm. Good luck with that.
Lordy.
I was like, yep, good luck with that. Okay, let's get back to work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
that book.
Yeah, that book.
Anyways,
Anyways, so next week, I know we started a little late. That was a little bit my fault, but should be
don't worry about it.
um next week of
Like,
Friday around 8.
yeah. Mm, join us on the book talk about Ariadne if you'd like to read too. It's available on Kindle Unlimited.
Mhm.
It's been out for a couple years now. It's a YA Greek mythology book, type,
Mhm.
you know, and it's pretty short, so should be a quick read. And yeah, feel free to join in. Or if you have any suggestions on what we should read next, feel free to enter that into the chat or leave a comment.
Because we
Like
do
and
need suggestions.
subscribe.
We need suggestions.
Yes.
Because then we.
Yes. Suggestions, and then we'll add it to our roulette thing
Mhm.
if we have one by then. And it'll make it a whole lot easier on us to
Mhm.
choose the next.
Yeah. Because it's just 10 minutes of just
Scrolling through books.
scrolling through books.
Yeah. And if you have any suggestions on what we should talk about in these book discussions, anything you want to know about, let us know. You're kind of open books, so
Pun intended.
feel free.
Okay. Oh, all right. Till next week, I'm Mason K.
And I'm AveryWolfe.